If anything, I think doors are dangerous since those can be destroyed by angry dupes. Oh, interesting. I know that the angry dupes can't break natural tiles. Anything that naturally spawns in the map cannot be destroyed by an angry dupe, I believe. A squared, is that correct? I used a mesh tile and it didn't hold liquids, you liar. Yo, man, come on, dude. I want to say that's user error. Oh, man. I had to cough. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. Alright, just finished the last of my coffee, guys. That's a cool design. Thank you, Mega. Does it feed itself with a rad bolt collector? No, I don't. So this map had 300 tons of nuclear waste on it. That's just the properties of the map. So to show you, this is not a normal map. This is my planet. Look at that, dude. We got crying pips because the babies are dead. It's so sad. Look at the custom artwork on the planet. Crying pips. You hate to see that kind of thing happen. But yeah, we just had a lot of nuclear waste, a lot of naphtha. Fair enough. Got to Tasmatar. Meters are completely different. Let me go check if angry dupes can break airflow tiles. I swear they wouldn't. Correct. Okay. If you have a vented one tile with walls on both sides, it deletes the liquid moves to the left or right momentarily, and the gas comes in when it moves back. Yeah, Kenny Dave is right. You can't, when you're using the infinite pressure design, if you want to use this specifically, you need a minimum of 2 tiles of space. That's what you need. That's an amazing asteroid icon. It really is, man. Custom artwork, it's always nice. So yeah, for the infinite storage, you have to, there's like small rules like that you have to fulfill. Otherwise, the build breaks. Basically, you have to understand that it's an exploit, and that if you don't do it in a specific manner, it's not going to work properly. That's the best way to look at it. It's like if you're speed running the game, you have to do the infinite pressure trick properly, or else the game doesn't give it to you. That's probably the best way to look at it. Alright, we have enough water. Let's clean this up. We don't need this. We don't need that. We're good with the water. We should be able to cut the power here. Get rid of this. Alright, so... are we missing anything at this point? We have the rail. We have the gas line. Power needs to be the last thing we connect. We need to temper this. Infinite storage is going to be released soon. We're making more supercoolant even though we don't need it. There's unfortunately a lot of mod makers who simply recolor the existing building and call it a new mod. Stuff like that isn't quite up to snuff. Oh, I see it with that. Yo, man, the recolor stuff, it'd be like that sometimes. That's what we call in the business filler content. When we're... what are you doing, dude? Come on, man. You need to put a suit on. You can't come inside. This guy tried to break... who peed their pants? Someone clean that up. Just checked in-game. Dupes do not destroy airflow tiles or mesh tiles, but they will try to. Just won't be able to actually destroy it. That's actually kind of interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. Alright, so I think we're good, right? So we're going to start the priming step. And that is cooling down the supercoolant liquid. Oh, there's no solid for them to break. Wow, the tiles are not considered solids, huh? That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I have to sweep everything now. There we go. They're punching air. They're so mad they're punching air, dude. The high pressure applications mod is an amazing example of how far you go with custom assets. Dude, there's a lot of things you could do in this game. In terms of mods, I feel like this game is just a great sandbox. that allows for a lot of great ideas to come to fruition. The things need to come to life. You can't bring airful tiles are unbreakable, man. That's just the name of the game. That's just the name of the game. Alright, so this magma's in a very poor position. Very unfortunately. I think there's nothing I could do with this. Like, it's just gonna sit there. This magma leaked in from the bottom. That's gonna be the last step to connect the heatsink. Alright, let's do a sensor check really quick. Above negative 100. Wait, is this correct? Green signal means it's not connected. If it's below negative 100. No, wait. Wait, what do I want? This is currently at 112. If it's above minus 100, we have it open. Yeah, because it's coming in cold. Yeah, that's correct. This is above 550, we open it, that's correct. It's definitely not a bug, I see a Kenny Dave. I was hoping Clay eventually will add open turf reaction to the atmospheric system. Open turf reactions? Like how they cough when they get the yucky lungs? Stuff like that. Below 100 it's fine. Below 20,000 for green, yeah. So this means if there's a liquid here and there's too much, it means I don't have enough heat. So I don't want to flood this backwards. The door automation should be fine because it's based off of here. And then this should be fine as well. Like if you have an electrolyzer and it gets too hot, the hydrogen and oxygen could burn in air, producing H2O and a ton of heat. Or if you manage to compress a ton of hydrogen in one tile, it drives the temps and you get fusion. I don't know if Clay would add something like that. I feel like that's a lot of pipe dream stuff. Because it's like... It's not that it's impossible, but it's like, what is the practicality of including something like that? Like, what would the benefit be? Not to say that it will never happen. It's just like, it sounds like it's something you want to add in for the sake of just having it. The game I'm thinking of that has that open turf fusion is Space Station 13, which manages to do it on a bad engine from 96. I mean, it's at the end of the day, though, it needs to add a dimension to the game for the devs to actually go in and do the deep coding for something like that to work. Because that wouldn't be a simple thing to add. You also have to understand that we probably have a lot more different interactions in Oni than the old game, I imagine. Who knows? Maybe post that on the forums for Clay and try to push the idea onto them. Or talk out to the mod makers and have them make the mod for you. They're probably going to be like, yeah, man, it's impossible. We can't do that, dude. That's too deep in the code for us to manage. Oh, I was like, are my fish dead? No, they're just swimming around. Okay, cool. Alright, so what are the temperatures we're at? 41, 72. We're getting there, It's gonna take some time. Let's do another sweep. We're clean. Can I actually seal everything up now? It's time, boys. I think it's time. Uh, GitHub links that explains the technicalities behind it. You could post it in Discord. If you want to post it here, I give you a permit for that. But I wouldn't be able to check that out right now because I'm not trying to open a link during stream. And I'm not going to lie, I don't like GitHub links. It's also, I'm sorry, we just met you today, Mega. I'm a little bit on the skeptical side of allowing you to post a link when we just met today. So I'm going to have to say no, I'm sorry. Discord's in chat. Oh, shit. I don't want to chance that on my stream, I'm sorry. Nothing against you. It's just, you know, it's just kind of suspicious. Did you win yet? We're setting it up. We're setting it up. We're doing our stretches before we go on the 100-meter sprint. You gotta stretch your legs, man. You gotta stretch your legs. Alright, so the last thing we need is more diamonds. So I need to grab the diamond from here. How much diamond do I have? We have 1,800. We need 2,500 for the headpiece. And then we need 4 more pieces here. So we need about 1,000. So we could just mine this out, I think, and we'll be fine. So let's mine out a little bit of the abyssalite. Get to here. Get the rest of the diamond. And build the headpiece. And we'll get the second one done. Because we already finished the artifacts. Just got to build the Great Monument. And then last thing we got to do is prepare for the temporal tear. Which is going to Chiloni and building our proper reactor. So that we could charge up the temporal tear opener right here. I might as well start setting up the base for that while we're waiting for this to do its thing. So, I need to send a rocket over so people could go over there and start building stuff. So let's see. I probably don't need the rover. I probably want to send one of the ones with oxygen on it. This has good oxygen. That has good oxygen. So either or is fine. Let's look inside. This is suit checkpoint. 1 bed. What about this one? This is 1 bed, but this is a little bit jank. Okay. I might go to this one first. Yeah, we have water here. We have the berry sludge. It's up to 35 kilograms. Did someone go in? What are you doing without a suit, buddy? What are you doing without a suit? How are you guys getting out? How are you guys getting out? This is the only way in. This is the only other way in. How, dude, come on, Clay. We need to fix this. Why is he just rubbing his eyes in the oil to get out of there? The thing is that it wasn't a bug until Sweet Dreams came out. No, not Sweet Dreams. Hot Shots. When Hot Shots came out, it started happening. Before that, it wasn't a bug. It was only when Hot Shots came out that that started to happen. And I've been dealing with it for like, dude, forever, dude. It's been forever. Like, since December. It's three months. They've been just breaking out of the suits, man. And there's nothing you could do about it. I haven't lost any dupes to that, but it's just mad annoying. When randomly you get scolded notifications, and it's because they're breaking out. Oh, you have a suit recharger mod. I see you. That's pretty cool. I've never opened the tear. I've gotten capable of doing it a few times, but it seems like a very bad idea. I've seen enough Marvel movies to know what's messing with stuff that is inherently risky. Yo, man. You gotta understand that everyone's dead. Everyone's already dead, man. You gotta open up the temporal tear. We gotta do it. Alright, so this does get pretty hot. So we need to reach the temperature and then let the steam turbine cool down. We're at 104 kilograms of steam per tile. This is at the right temperature, 170-ish. Top is already at 89. Okay, so it's because we're cooling down the turbine. That's a little bit of a struggle. So once this hits, which I think it is, we need the activity to go down. Once this guy's activity goes down, we'll be done. We just gotta wait for this to cool. Is there a way with the checkpoint to stop extra ones from coming going by suits? Nope. It's not everyone being dead that's concerning. It's what made them dead that is. Do you want to know what made them dead? I could tell you. It's very expected. I will say that. I will say that. The humans kill themselves. Nothing came to kill us. They kill themselves. I hate to say that, but that's what happened. Oh man. Hubris, basically. Okay, so we're gonna use this rocket as our means of doing it. Should have been expected, right? So we're gonna use this to move materials to bring with us to the other planet so that we could build our reactor. So let's go through what we'll need. So we're gonna use coal gen, so that means we're gonna have to bring coal over there. Makes a lot of sense. So coal gen is metal ore, that's fine. The reactor, what is that made out of? Oh, refined metal. Okay, so we're going to have to bring some refined metal with us. We probably need to make a lot of refined metal then as a result. Okay, so... do we have enough steel? 7 tons. How much is it for the face? Headpiece? Face piece? 5 tons of steel. Okay, so we just need the diamonds. We have the glass. Cool, cool. Gonna go get some food. Be back in a bit. Gotcha, Mega. We'll check you out soon. Get something delicious. And bring a little bit enough to feed Mamba. The baby wants some, I guess. I imagine. Alright, so we're going to convert electrum to gold. The iron to steel, I just want a little bit more. And then we're going to do this. This is going to be 10,000. This is going to be consumable ore coal. And this is a little bit on the warm side. Since I'm doing that here, I am also going to put a temp shift plate made out of ice. Right here. The logic being that this is going to be hot, so I'm pretty sure of it. We're also going to need 10 tons of gold at the very least. I'm going to use gold for this, I think. It's going to be pretty good. I'll probably want to bring a little bit of something else as well. So, refined metal gold. Alright, so we're limiting it to half a delivery tank. So it should be pretty good. Greetings, Kill Bill. I'm sorry. I have to say greetings in a little bit because I have to pee. I have to use the restroom, you guys. I'll be right back. We back, we back. Sorry about that, you guys. We back, we back. All right. Ace Ventura 2. That's a classic, man. The Ace Ventura series. Below 5,000 re-release. We get the tile there. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. All we need to do is build the naphtha line now, which we don't really need yet because we have a lot of sour gas anyways. And then the only thing I need to add in is a sour gas line here. So this is probably going to have to be a bridge. Here, and I'm probably going to run this. Like that. And then we're going to want these ladders here. I want to say that should be fine. And then from here, we're going to run a regular pipeline set. So we're laddering here. I get 2 tiles of space. Ah, I see what I do. I combine both of these and make it go down. I reroute the pumps to the left so that the filter goes out that way. And then I bring this out this way. There we go. And then we'll get the filtered output feeding into here. Cool, cool. Should be fine. I wanna, man, I want to get rid of the no research focus, so I'm gonna remove my research buildings. I'm kind of mad about that. How come it still pops up, but the material study terminal is the only one that actually disables properly? And then if I disable the other ones, it still has no research focus selected. That's so jank. Building needs resources, coal gen. Okay, so this one I could get rid of because the wheel should be able to handle this now. Whoever's gonna run on that. Oh, dude, we have a lot of eggshells here. I didn't even notice. From the shine bug that's been stuck in there since forever. Alright, building lacks resources. Grill, sludge press. Ooh. We're finally out. Alright, a little bit of pea mud. Be like that sometimes. Now we'll just do the regular mud. We don't have enough water to keep this running, so I'm gonna convert the mud. And then once we need to, I could start using the salt water from here. We don't need to though, so we should be fine. There's also the pea water up here we could use immediately. That's feeding into the Oh, that's a strat. I could just have the water that's here output. Oh, that's a strat. Yeah, that's a strat if I've ever seen one. And then the water basically leaves the system. And then how much is in here? Dude, we have way too much water. 100,000. That's what? 500,000, and this is 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. 500,000? 500, 650,000? Jesus Christ. 650,000 kilograms. I don't think we're gonna run out of resources. Famous last words. So I'm gonna do this. And then we're gonna have the excess water flow out. That's only 4 tiles of water. You're not fooling me today, legit. I see you over there. That's a lot of water though, man. Just saying. That's a lot of water. Ooh, okay. So this is waiting to be built. We are supplying the top still, which should be fine. And then the water, look at this water. What's up with this water? Coal's at 38 degrees, not bad. Gold's at 7.8, not bad as well. Alright, we're gonna deconstruct the airflow, and then we can mop it up. But this water in here is just to lower the temperature of the inside of the Spacefarer. Make that a little bit easier for the dupes when they're living inside. Alright, so refined metal and resource. Next thing we're gonna need is raw mineral. So we're just gonna dump this on the floor. Go to the raw minerals, and we're gonna take, I think what we have a lot of is, well, something that doesn't melt. I think sedimentary is better than mafic. No, it's the same melting point. Okay. Let's use granite then. I think we have a lot of that. Oops. Raw minerals, granite, 800 tons. Yeah, we have a lot of that. We could take a full box of that with us then. And I believe that has a better melting point. No, it doesn't. It's even worse. Okay, we're not taking that. Dude, what's up with everything having a bad melting point? $1,400. Do we have a lot of that? 24 tons only? Okay, maybe not. We're taking sandstone with us. That's actually the best one we have. Wait, where is the inhabitant? Ah, so we are going to be going to Chiloni. This planet. We have to drop off our rocket here, use that as a mini base, and then we have to build a charger for this building, the portal tear opener. That's what we need to do. So we already brought water here in our first drop, because in order to have the reactor run properly, we have to have water for cooling. So we came in with some water first. We shouldn't need any more, though. That's what I'm thinking. Now, it's not 1,000 rad bolts. It's actually, I think, 120,000. But it only charges or holds 1,000 rad bolts at a time. And I think I wanted to use a heavy watt wire for this. So that means I need metal ore. Spaghetti! Nice. You get any meatballs, man? I don't know about you guys, but I like the meatballs on the smaller side when I eat spaghetti. The large meatballs, man, the center of the meatball is never as good. I like the meatballs small. Do you like that sometimes? Alright, so the reactors go outside. Do I want 4 or 5? Wait a second. There's nothing weird with this, right? Yeah, it's garbage Lux. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. You call them small, but it's really just average. Oh yeah, my American jumbo-sized meatballs are a little bit too large for my liking. I see you over there, Aquatic Possum. I see you over there. That's probably correct, man, let's be honest. Tasmadar, Ayo. Lurk time for me, gotcha Kill Bill, get that rest. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Alright, so now I think we're good with the gold. Let's drop that on the ground, and then we need ore. Because we're probably going to want that for the metal wires. Metal ore that we have a lot of. Electrum, I don't want to take that. I think we're just going to take the... I think we take cobalt. That makes the most sense, I think. So we'll take 20 tons of raw cobalt with us. The meatballs need to be large enough so that there is a center where the flavorful juices are trapped, but if it's too big, the thermal quality of the meatball is impacted during the cooking, and meatball balancing is complex science. It is, man. From what I hear, the trick is that you need to be able to sear the meatball properly before you put it in the braise. That's the thing. Wide like a quarter? Like an inch? That's not that big. That's actually not that big. Sounds like you could fit a couple of those in on the palm of your hand. Which sounds about right. Being able to fit a couple of those. But yeah, You got to make sure you have a sear on the outside, otherwise the juices never get trapped, and it just leaks out. That's why you need that sear, though. So this is sulfur. What is sulfur? Is that miscellaneous? And it is. Priority 1, so we don't mess with that. And then the only thing we need to do is allow access here now. Pressure cooking. I mean, pressure cooking is amazing, though. I don't have a pressure cooker, though, so I don't got the experience. Feels bad, man. 169. Nice. This is a nice temperature range. Both of these are no longer running. Okay, so this one still runs every now and then. But the temperature of the steam is going down. So now what we're doing is we're waiting for the steam temperature to drop so that it doesn't get too hot when we release the hot sour gas. It's not bad, not bad. Fun fact, or the fact that water is locked at 100 C under normal conditions is what makes a lot of food taste bland. Really? Water? Are you telling me that I need to start salting and flavoring my oil or something? Is that what I need to do? I need to start adding some curry powder to my oil when I'm deep frying my chicken. That probably is pretty nice. Adding some spices to the oil. The only thing you're worried about is burning the spices. I don't know, man. It's like I can't imagine how water limits food tastes. I just don't understand that. So I'm trying to like talk about it so that I could maybe get closer to the truth. Then I could also get some of my how I look at some of the things to be corrected. I just don't understand how water limits that. I wish I could put tiles here. Oops. Alright, so this got mined out, right? Yes. Okay, so now we do this. When you cook something with something in water, no matter what, it hits the limit of 100 C and then it evaporates. But you can cook in water at higher than 100 C like a pressure cooker and it unlocks new flavors. Oh. I kind of get it. Kind of. Not really. I don't understand how the pressure cooker unlocks new flavors. I actually don't really understand how a pressure cooker works either. Isn't it just kind of like a Dutch oven? It's airtight seal. I just don't know how it works. I'm gonna be real. I'm a basic chef, man. The mad basic stuff. Alright, so we don't need to add this yet. We're going to mine in the diamond to get the piece for the head on the Great Monument. We're still having the dupe supply the rockets so that we could do the next step. They're almost filled up. It's not bad. Temperature is also going down, which is great. Water is at 20 degrees. Top is around 27. Yeah, but most things cook around 140, 160. Why would you want it higher than 212? Sorry, I had to convert to freedom units. I see a task dart. Wow, this guy cooks, man. See this guy? This guy cooks. Maybe it has something to do with the speed of which something cooks, and then how long it is in a liquid that affects it. Maybe? I don't know. High pressure, high volume. That means temperature increases. There's a change in pressure, at which point a phase change happens. Yeah, so that's a science aspect of it, but how does that affect the food? That's what I don't get. Scientifically, I kind of have an idea. I just don't get how that affects the food in a positive manner. Alright, so this needs to go like this. And then I could do this now. Nice. And then they could both merge. Oh, I could just take one of them and it merges back. I don't need the second one. Okay. Imagine a cold block. When you cook something, you're cooking it to an average temperature of 160. Higher pressure penetrates the meat quicker, meaning it cooks quicker, meaning you lose less flavor during the cook. So it's nice that they added the clippers to the base game, by the way. I still use pliers, though, even though the disconnect tool was added in. Okay, Slaw, thank you for that. It makes more sense now. So it does make sense. So you're basically able to hit... You're basically able to reduce the cook time, which means that you don't overcook it. To a certain degree. I guess. You hit the temperature faster so that you don't cook it as long, because overcooking is bad. I want to say that's what I got from that. Here. I do want to set that up. And that would be the setup. To stop the heat. I wouldn't want to seal this up because I don't want heat transfer to affect this. So we're going to have a vacuum wall right here. Pressure cookers are nice if you're feeling lonely. All you do is buy 4 or 5 of them. What? I have no idea what that even means. I have no idea what that even means. I don't get what you're alluding to. I'm so confused. Tasmadar got it, I guess. I don't understand, man. So what I'm doing right here is I want to potentially seal up the heatsink, with the logic being that I don't want to touch the heatsink because that's heat transfer. That's TOS, I know, right? I gotta stop talking. I gotta stop talking to Mega, dude. You guys are talking about weird topics out of nowhere. All right, you guys are scientists, all right? That's cool. But I'm not trying to get banned, so we're just gonna be focusing on the game now. So right now we're gonna be lining up where we're gonna be grabbing the heat from, and then we're gonna make sure this doesn't break by adding a couple things to this. Just want to make sure it's all good in the hood. I don't know if I need this anymore, so I will deconstruct this. And then we'll seal this up so that if we do open this up, the break in the vacuum is not going to be that bad. This is a heat trap, basically. Alright, so... Gonna be mining some diamond right now. Gonna be trying to get to the bottom emptier. Let's move that ceramic out of here. It's probably pretty hot, but it should be fine. No, it's actually not. 30 degrees. It's pretty low. Temperature's going down still. We're at 150 now. Not as active. So we do win in terms of how much heat we generate and how much we cool with Aqua Tuner and the super coolant. That's good to know. Good to know. Okay, so getting more diamonds so we get some monument headpieces. And then this pocket is not open to anything. I should open it up so my dupes could use it, but it's not really necessary at the moment, I think. It'd be cool to have, though. Maybe we do want this. Oh, no, I have to put the headpiece, so I have to remove that. Yeah. For these, let's just reject everybody. The walls are back here. I might as well clean this up. You guys gotta understand, this is my job. I'm not trying to get banned because otherwise I don't get to eat. I'm sorry, you guys, but I don't want to partake in any of the conversations that go down that path. So we are cooling down the metal tiles, and that does mean that's ending up how we get our weird water tank. Be like that sometimes. Still making the gold, still making the steel. And then we have this. We got to do this. Okay. Making more super coolant, I guess. Dude, chat's everywhere, man. I don't know how to talk to you guys. Alright. Gotta remove the ladders. I guess we get a tile there. Okay. And let's check up on the stuff again. We got the minerals. We got the gold. We got the raw minerals. Gold, coal. We have the refined. The only thing is if I need specifically steel. So I think that's going to be the next thing we'll grab. Let's bring 5 tons of steel. And then after that, we can make one drop mission to start getting some of the things set up. We'll stop by right now, try to get the things done. They're still sweeping, which is cool. The water here for the bathrooms that we don't need it. We don't have the notifications anymore. Good stuff, good stuff. And because I can, I guess it's time for some suits. Oh, I need to change up my fire pole. Of course, the vent's in the wrong spot. Alright, we'll do that. This gas meter valve is no longer needed. Let's get rid of it. This ladder is no longer needed. This vent is no longer needed. This was just to have for the area. And then we're just going to connect this right here. That's actually what I'm trying to make right now. Plastic tube system. Okay, let's remove those ladders because we shouldn't need them. And then this area is still looking jank. I'm just happy we didn't actually break it at any point. It's still a vacuum. This I should remove. And then this doesn't matter anymore. So I should actually just remove the stuff from here. I guess I could leave the Weezeworts. Let's remove a couple of them. Because it is a little bit heavy in terms of how much radiation's in the area. No, it's not that I don't like transit tubes. They're just very power hungry. And for the most part, that literally just means that it's, we're gonna burn through our power resources. That's the easiest way to do that most of the time. Even though I have, you know, 500 kilograms here, 800 kilograms there, I could burn through that immediately by just building a transit tube system. You have to understand each dupe takes 1,000 watts, I believe. Oh, no, 10,000 watts per transit tube. Because how it works is that although you only use 900 watts, 960 watts to charge this, you actually hold 40,000 watts of power, and you use 10,000 every time you use the transit tube, So each dupe movement, that means you get 4 dupes that use this every schedule, due to the fact that you could only use it 4 times before it has the force charge and disables. You get the thing where you basically get... Dude, how much power am I using at the moment? Power used. You see this? So we added power, we also removed power, right? So in a day, let's look at the previous cycle. I use about 5,000. No, 5 million watts of power. Right? So I could add easily another 500,000 to that by just using transit tubes and then just adding one. Ideally, you actually want 2 transit tubes because I'm running a 8 duplicate schedule, which means if I want every dupe to be able to use a transit tube the moment they actually leave, I need to provide 2 transit tube ports, which means I probably add 1,000,000 watts of power to my consumption. So I don't want to add 20% consumption. 5 million, add another million, that's 20% increase. That's the thing about transit tubes. It's great. It's the only way to really beat long commutes, but you need to have an exuberant amount of power, which usually means multiple geyser sources. The only other way I could probably keep up with that is if I start pumping my hydrogen from here into my hydrogen storage so that we could consume it. But I think as long as I get the natural gas from the sour gas boiler complete, we should be fine. That'd be the thing we would have to have, and then I should never run out of power. Because it's going to be so efficient at that point. Yeah, max difficulty. Dude, 1 wheeze words is enough to get you radiation sickness and max difficulty. It's stupid. That's the thing. Eventually, power won't be much of an issue once sour gas boilers are on it. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Solar too? No, I can't use solar. So since we're playing on Baator Mod, we get the lowest roll possible for light value. This is basically 1 light value. So if you didn't know, you only reach maximum power if you hit 350 lux out of, well, this is 10,000. I'm talking about 35,000. If you don't have 35,000 lux, you don't hit full power. Since we only hit 10,000, we are only going to hit 90 watts of power for a couple seconds of the day at max. So solar panels on this map is doo-doo. The only time you would want solar panel as a main source, honestly, is if you have 50,000 lux. 35,000 is what you need, but you have to start at 0 and you climb up to 35,000 and then you go back down. Since 35 is the minimum you need, you don't want a peak light value at 35. Ideally, you want it at least 50, but something like this is very much what you want. Because if you could start the day off at 35,000 and then you go up to 80 and back down to 35, you're always going to go back to 0. It just means that you get more power and you get to charge more of it earlier in the day. So, yeah. I prefer how solar panels were before spaced out. Solar power never changed. The only thing that changed is how much light you get. So that's the only thing that changed. Solar is exactly the same thing. It functions exactly the same way. The only thing is that they actually randomize the lux value of every planetoid. That's the only change they made. It still operates the same, though. So because of that, it's you have to be you know, get lucky. If you want to use solar, you have to find the right planet for that. But then if you harvest solar energy on that, you have to make sure you have consumers for that as well. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless. Come on, 130. We're almost there. This guy's just picking up all the water. What a stud. We got the steel here. We could make a trip. We could make a trip. Okay. So let's look through. who do we want to send? So we need to send someone with building skill, and it's also a rocket pilot. So this guy's a farmer. This guy's a builder, but not a pilot. This guy can mine, not a pilot. Oh, he's a pilot. Oh, he has 18 morale, though. Oh, that's garbage. I don't know if we could keep him happy. Hattrick GG would be the guy, I guess. Alright, I could send a pilot that mines instead. That's Dominoes. We're able to manage 14 a little bit easier. And then we'll send someone else that just builds and doesn't have high requirements. So Diachronic and Dominoes. Alright, that's going to be the crew we send. So this is going to be Dominoes and Diachronic. Good luck, buddy. Hope you guys have a safe trip. The meteor's more. I like how you get free energy, but you need to set up a system where your panels can be protected too. It was a fun thing to solve. Oh yeah, we have meteors here too. I'm playing on Spaced Out, but we still have meteors. So because we're playing on the custom planetoid, I have meteors I deal with myself as well. I have to deal with the meteor showers. That was the first thing we had to do here. But after you deal with it, it's not that bad. We got a system that works automatically. Oh, this is not charged. Why is this not charged? Let's just charge it then. Charge the right side. Alright, so this guy, they're somewhat ready. Starry-Eye dupes are the best because you could strap them into a cardboard box, tap into a CO2 canister, and shoot them into infinite black vacuum, and they love it. Yo, man. Starry-Eye is kind of rare. I remember that being something that, you know, didn't pop up that often. Seal that up, climb up that way for that. And then from there, I think what I want to do at this point is I seal this up here, and then I have to ladder up this way. So I have to go through this entrance. And I want to do that so that I could seal up this heatsink. It's super rare, so always make sure one of my starting tubes has it. I see you over there. Be like that sometimes. You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so far, so good. I really can't complain. Everything is rolling right now. And... is it time? Is it time to check up on the sour gas spoiler to see if it's ready? Because the temp shift plates right here are at positive 22. Positive 22. Alright, let's cut this for now. And use that for the top. Start grabbing some sour gas. Alright, this sour gas is a little warm, but we should be okay. This is almost going to be shutting off. Steam's at 125. Ah, man. Almost ready, boys. And then we could see that in action. Alright, let's check up on the rocket up top. We're ready, right? I don't know if we want to launch this now. I might want to wait. I don't want them to be stranded on the other spot. Maybe it's a good thing to do, though. So we have enough food, 35. There's the bathroom water. We have enough oxygen in here to last for a while. How far is the drive? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 2 cycles, a cycle and a half, depending on if the pilot's driving actively. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Alright, so I am going to need a power line for my transit tube. Sour gas is horrifying. Dude, man, we got this. We got this. We got this. Gotta have faith. Oh, this is not connected. And we have a bunch of power lines up top that are not doing anything. Alright. I will... I need to reroute another power line. That's kind of gross. Because I need one more for the transit tubes. And I know we don't have it. Yeah, but it's like, you know, there's probably a lot of things in Oni that's mad scary. Like a hydrogen cloud. In the real world, all of us would be hiding from it because that could blow up the moment, you know, one of the wires just has a spark. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, there's a lot of dangerous stuff in Oni. It's just that because we perceive it as a video game, we're okay with it. Alright, so I need a power line to pull through to the bottom. We have everything here. If I take this and I move this to the bottom and I move this here, I move this here, I move this here, and I could move everything down. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Okay. So that means this is not necessary. So I do this. We keep that there. This moves down to here instead. Alright, so let me pause. So this line is dead. Now we trade this line instead. This goes to here. This allows me to go here. And then this needs to go here. I cut this line. Everything should be okay. And then once I connect this to here, this line could go down to here. And then this line goes straight down. So I think that means I need this. Well, we don't need that. This specifically right there should be fine. And then this line is the one I take going down. So this should come straight down. Wait a second. There are some things in the way, but I think we'll be fine. So I think we do this. Get out to here. And then I go straight down. In which we go into here. And then I build a transit tubes here. So I do need 2 of them. So I will go with the 2 of them right here. Oh, that's the wrong spot. That's the wrong spot. Make this out of gold? No, let's make this out of aluminum. No, let's make this out of iron. 1. So we need that 1 space gap. And that's because I needed this. And then this needs to go like that. And then we get the power like this. There we go. Chemical burns. Mod? Oh, man. That sounds like some RimWorld stuff at that point. Insulated cable mods? You would only need that for bridges, though. Nothing else really benefits from being insulated. Don't tell the dupes you installed it to ruin their life. Oh, did I add in hot oil? I did. How hot is this? 200. Okay, I gotta make this out of steel. My bad. Let's disable repairing on this. Dude, this is hot. Can't believe it. I mean, it is 200-degree oil. I guess it's fair. Just put a steel pump, will be fine. Have the Weezeworth in this room counteracting the heat. Somehow. It's technically touching the liquids. Alright, so we'll replace that. Build that tile out. So we don't need to attach the heatsink in, and we could turn it on already to do the priming step. So we're going to do that right now. Oh, you got some modded 4K wires. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like adding in modded stuff. To each their own, though. It's perfectly fine to play with it. I just don't like it. Alright, safety save. Let's turn this thing on. Let's see what do we got. Let's see what do we got. So, we have this. We have this. And then we have that. And then I want to cut up the bridge on this side. And then it flows down. Yeah, I still, even though that's gonna be the case, I think it's fine. A 4K wire line would be too strong, IMO. It makes you feel like, I mean, if the devs haven't changed it yet, I don't think they ever will. We're gonna change its value down to 1,000 just in case. Gigawatt wire line? No, it's for if you actually use a petroleum generator. Because if you think about it, a petroleum generator does 2,000 watts, and then you get 6 of them in a power plant. That's what, 1,200? And then if you do what's that called? The microchip on it, that's 2,100. That's technically within the range of the heavy watt. Oh, the gigawatt's not actually a thing. I thought that was the heaviest one. My bad. But for the most part, you would need it if you do multiple generators on the same power line, because that's the way to do it. All right, let's watch this baby in action. We already have sour gas. We can already melt that out. We're rolling the sulfur on the line. So we're not pumping until we get enough liquid as a buffer right here. But then we're moving everything out. Dude, this is at minus 120. This is nothing. I'm barely absorbing any heat. Maybe that also means it's in a good shape as well. So we're not getting too much liquid because I'm not allowing too much to come out. But it's flashing pretty well. The temperatures aren't at what I want it to be, though. Alright, so we'll let this sit for a second. Let's up this to 2,000. Alright. So the sulfur comes out, and this is going to be a problem. I might kill my Sweetles. Yeah, minus 30. The Sweetles might get wrecked by the sulfur, dude. They might be like, oh, dude, look at that, it's food. Bite into it. Oh, I'm about to die. This shit is cold. Body temperature is dropping. Be like that sometimes. Alright, so once this chills down enough, it's going to basically cool down. Temp shift plates are there. All we need to do is wait for the system to kind of balance out. We need enough of the mass of the liquid to stay cold. And then we might want to open this up so that more gas comes in. Grub Grub ice cream? Oof. The one in my colony right now uses high pressure pumps. Yeah, I don't like any of the modded stuff. Because I have no idea what that is. I've never looked at it, never used it. So we do get down to minus 120, which is not bad. None of the gas is coming out yet. Makes sense. Oh, they carry more than vanilla? Yeah, that's honestly where I draw the line. I don't like things that surpass the capacity of the vanilla stuff. Because it takes away... Like, I feel like there's a line between convenience and literally just avoiding a mechanic. I don't like it when it gets to that point. I get it though. Oh, I don't want to build 1,000 gas pumps or gas reservoirs to store everything. In which case you do have a solution of infinite storage, but it's like if you don't want to do exploits, you would just have to tough it out. Because it exists. It's just that it's like being able to just build it like that and then just have that work just makes the game less fun in my opinion. Because you stop solving problems and you just want to do what you want to do, kind of like with God mode on. That's just my opinion though. You play the way you want. Maybe that's the type of feeling you want to go after. So we want a pool of methane here, because this is going to hold the thermal energy so that once the gases get close, this will basically help the other gases condense. So we're not going to pump out until we're above a certain threshold. Let's go up to 250. You never know how much we'll actually have here. This is not bad. So I could up the sour gas coming in, I think. So we're at what? 2,000. Let's go up to 3,000. So the gas here is in grams. 400. This is at 1,000. That's not bad. We're about 10 times as mass per tile at 10 kilograms. Also have the window tiles here. 169. It's actually really good temps. It's doing pretty good. We haven't got any natural gas yet, but I think it's okay. Okay, so with this, the only step we're missing is the sour gas release step right here. This is at 1,000. I should probably up this to 5,000, realistically. But I could probably keep it low for now, at 25. This is ready. Steal everything, so it should be good. We don't need to attach this yet, because this is going to last us for a while. We have a lot of sour gas here. And then we have some more in the infinite storage that we're going to pipe back down anyways. Hey, I got you, Kenny Dave. Ask questions. I got you. I got you. Okay, so we're going to let that kind of do its thing. We need to have that kind of eventually get to the right amount of mass so that it could streamline a little bit better. So for now, we're going to run the transit tube and get this built finally. Oh, there's a vent right here I need to get rid of. Okay, that's fine. Just got to move the vent over. What a travesty. Alright, so this needs to go all the way up. And then from here, there's a fire pole we need to get rid of. So we're just going to do that with a deconstruct buildings. This does not get rid of any of the pipes behind it, just the fire pole. And then we could have some transit tube dropping off people where they need to be. This doesn't work, right? Yep, can't U-turn. So we would only be able to drop off on these ledges. They would be able to climb up, so dropping off here doesn't really make sense. So we'll have a drop-off spot on this side. It's probably like that, right? 2-tile gap. Dupe's pretty fast. They gotta be, man. They gotta be fast. There's so many of them just sitting around doing nothing. I'd be kind of mad if they were just chilling out doing nothing, man. No, when your colonies get large, you should be less likely needing to do that. It should be the opposite. If you have a large colony and your dupes are not getting everything done the moment you're telling them to, it actually means there's a little bit of a user error. You're basically giving them too many jobs that they can't keep up with the tasks. That's typically what that means. Like, I'm not hating on you or anything like that, but that's just what that is. That's an indicator of like, there's just too many tasks for the dupes to follow. And since they're going to do the tasks that you give to them first, most of the time, they're not going to do any of the new tasks you give them, right? And since they don't do the new task, and you might need a new task to be done, it gives you the false feeling that, oh, the dupes are just not working. It's not that they're not working. They're just trying to take care of the jobs you wanted them to do from before. And that's what they're struggling with most of the time. Oh yeah, no, it's entirely a skill issue. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. I need a dupe shoot for Baator, as it's much bigger than the little asteroids. I've only ever played space now. Oh, okay. Yeah, the large asteroids are nice, though. You could literally go beginning to end of the game and not leave the starter planet. It's really convenient. Not gonna lie. Starter asteroid's really cool. So here, I'm just going to put this here for the diagonal. And then we're just not going to open this up. This is going to be done from this side only. So it should be fine. Now, looking at this. This is a vacuum at the bottom. Oh, that's perfect. That means as the gas gets into here, it immediately freezes and drops to the bottom. That probably means I could add more mass. Go up to 4,000. There we go. A little bit of natural gas, that's going to freeze. We shouldn't be worried about that. Should be fine. Look at that. It's going down in milligrams. And disappear. Pure vacuum, pure vacuum. Everything is now methane. Dude, 37 kilograms. That's not bad. Alright, and now we're sweeping out the sulfur. It's getting colder, minus 130. But we have sulfur now. We could use that for grub stuff if we really wanted. There's a lot of games for that, though, the Google stuff. Didn't they have the same thing with the NVIDIA GeForce? I forgot what it was called. The GeForce experience? If I was in mind, they try to do FPS. I mean, they gotta do what's popular, not actually what makes sense. It's like, would you sell something that's actually useful to people, or would you sell something that's currently trending? You'd probably sell something that's currently trending. I feel like that's how not capitalism, but that's how the people want it. Whatever's popular, man. People don't know what they need. They just want what's popular. You gotta have 8 full-size colonies with power under the Google's server farms with Oni. Yo, man. I mean, that's probably true. Like, does that mean I could just use that service to do a dedicated Minecraft server using their server as a server? I would just have to have a separate account. Go into that. Make that a dedicated server. How much is the service? If it's cheaper than the Minecraft servers, man, it might be an idea. Use all the RAM, dude, just for the server. Skylands was popular back then. Don't know why they don't have Skylands on the program. Who knows? Who knows, man? It might have to do with the DLCs. Games that are heavy with DLCs like that may be unpopular because you're not going to get access to all the DLCs. Right? That's a problem with Paradox games. There is a big wall that you have to pay in order to get up to current level. Right? Not current level, but, you know, to have all the content. And that's one of the big problems. They have a huge gating effect because of that. Stopping new players from wanting to join or discouraging them from actually playing. Oh, look, I could play CK3. But I gotta get $300 worth of DLCs? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe tomorrow, dude. I'll think about that. When I win the lotto, I'll start considering playing EU4. Yeah, that shit is mad expensive. Zoo Hybrid, what's good? How the Sour Gas project go? Yep, we made the additional changes. And I think we're good. So we added a second aqua tuner. We're running a sweeper to move out the sulfur that's coming out at 134. And right now you could see that it's basically liquefying and it's doing what I wanted to do. We run the cold heat sink over here so that once it gets through this tile of insulated tile and gets to here, the window tiles, since it's 100 kilograms, holds onto the cold thermal energy to immediately zap the sour gas and liquefy it. So if you look at the gas overlay, there's a vacuum in the middle. Sour gas, natural gas, and then we are holding the methane here until it's above 250 kilograms. so that we could get this to more streamlinable of a melting process. Basically, the natural gas layer at the bottom I don't want to have happen, and by having methane here, we could guarantee that it shouldn't happen. So this is looking good so far. The only thing is that it's half on. It is not half. It's not half complete yet. So I'm pumping in the sour gas from the sour gas room on the right, and that's coming in to become the natural gas. The problem is that I don't have the bottom boiler actually connected yet, because I don't have my naphtha line from here actually connected to a pipeline. So for the most part, we don't need to do that because we have a lot of sour gas right here. 20 kilograms per tile. This room is huge. Not only that, we have an infinite storage of sour gas here that we have to go through as well. So we have a lot of sour gas to go through first. This is going to be how we're going to prime it up, and we're still not done at priming it up yet. Once we get above the threshold of the hydro sensor here of methane is when I will be ready to streamline this. But more or less, I think this is going to be the final design. We just have to attach this, make sure this doesn't break my window tiles, and then turn up the values. Right now it's not that high, but I think we're okay. We could probably up this to 5K now, so that we get a little bit more production going on. Let the sour gas coming in. So this is coming in at 180. That's going to be around the same temperature as after we cool down the steam turbine anyways. This is at 138. Picks up a little bit of heat, so we need to make sure we control how much sour gas comes out of here. Making sure this value is a little bit on the low side. I probably want this at 1,000. To be honest. It's right next to the pump. Because it's like once we get out to here... And then do I want to buffer this? Yeah, I probably do. Keep the 6-second filter and then the 1-second buffer should be fine. Yeah, we needed the second aqua tuner. Without the second aqua tuner, we couldn't actually do this phase properly because cooling down the aqua tuner was sapping away so much heat from my lines that I couldn't actually liquefy the sour gas fast enough. So we had to add a second one that's also a pre-chiller. Brings it down close, but not actually at the melting point, so that it could temper the sour gas to the right temperature. So it worked out. It's not bad. Can't complain. Alright, so that's good, that's good. We're working on a transit tube right now, and then we're going to launch to the Chelone. Alright, no meteors, right? We're going to launch right now. Zoo Hybrid, how are you, though? Hope you're doing well. As much as I think developers should be paid for new content, I don't like it when there's so much DLC. Honestly, that's their business strategy, though. I hate it as well. But, you know, when you play one of their games, what can you do, right? Minecraft's been pumping out new updates for free for a decade. Learn something from them, Paradox. Paradox doesn't matter. They don't care. They're like, at the end of the day, we need money. That's all they're going to be saying. Yo, man, I don't know how that affects my bottom line, but it's not going to help me. That's the only thing that matters to them, man. You got to understand that. Microsoft understands what it means to run a studio. Paradox treats everything as a business opportunity. That's honestly the main difference between a company and a studio. One of them's all about profits. Other one understands that a game needs maintenance. You're watching Claymore. Dude, that's old, dude. That's like, what, 10, 15-year-old anime? Or did they remake it? Isn't that super old? Or am I thinking of something else? Alright, so now we're going to do this. Here, 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 and we cut this. And then we cancel everything. This is 3019. Perfect. Yeah, it's old. Yeah, it's super old, dude. Yeah, 07. Yeah, it's super. I remember watching that when I was in middle school. I got around to it watching Berserk, and it was also on my list. Okay. Ending is alright, I suppose. I didn't read it. I've only seen the show. I've only seen the show for Claymore. Alright, so this is rolling soon. We're at 100 kilograms of methane. I want to go through more first. If we're able to just liquefy this, and the activity of this is still pretty low, I might want to turn on the amount of gas we're allowing in. Don't know about that. I feel like we should, because it's not streamlining fast enough, right? We're not making enough methane per second. We're making, what, 200 grams per second, more or less? All right, let's go up to 5,000. Oh, we're already at it. Okay. We'll wait to see the difference. That's an interesting sour gas setup. Thank you, Kit. Hopefully, we could push this to the limit. I don't know how far we could push this, though. That's really the only thing right now. I don't know how far we could push this. What I'm thinking about doing, though, is lowering the temperature of the thermal aqua tuner. Instead of being at 124, maybe lower it to 100. And then just rely on the sulfur, because it's coming out colder and colder and colder every time. I could also loop the sulfur. That could be another thing we do, so that it leaves once it's cold enough. Or at least warm enough, I mean. Yeah, I want to test the limitations. But we still don't have enough methane yet, because I want to test it after the natural gas starts getting pumped out. Because this is going to be cold, right? So I'm still waiting on the natural gas step. Because once this starts moving, I have a feeling that we're going to be able to just keep this open and then just keep dumping in sour gas. Because this should help cool it down by a lot. I might be wrong, though. But that's what I'm hoping for, just to help us out. Alright, so we're flying. They should be safe. Doors closed. Let's mine the regolith. The delectables. This guy's got to die. The delectables are eating. Hopefully, I think they are. Solid sulfur is not conductive enough to transfer heat actively. Maybe I should loop it then, if that's the case. I haven't looked at the stats. Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. 0.2. And I'm not using a temp shift plate? That's pretty tough. I would probably want to... Man, honestly, I would probably want to loop this then, in a perfect world. It does pretty well if you pass through a metal tile. Yeah, the entomb... So if you didn't know, when you entomb something inside of a solid tile, there is a 16x modifier for heat transfer. Basically, when you run something through a solid tile like this, there is a multiplier that you multiply the formula to. Why not just pump it as a liquid instead, because it breaks the pipes? Wait, what liquid are we pumping? The only liquid we have is methane. And the moment it's at 161, it's natural gas. Oh, that's because I would have to heat up sulfur to 115 to get liquid. That's not feasible. Like, you could try and just use the heat to reboil it back up, but then it's like, after I pump it out as a liquid, I would have to re-chill it again, which is counterintuitive. Because I wouldn't be able to use the hot sulfur for anything. I can't feed the Sweetles. I can't feed the plants. Same thing with the cold sulfur, though. I can't feed the Sweetles, and I can't feed the plants with this, because it's going to be so cold they can't grow. So it's a weird situation. It's honestly a pretty weird situation. Oh, you guys are not allowed to eat? My bad, my bad. Let's hook them up. Let's change you guys' diet. We need the new berry sludge item. You guys are free to eat. Use the bathroom. Nice, nice. Alright, so the tubes are working. Not really. So I need to get rid of this. Get rid of that. Alright, so this is one tube we're going to have. I'm going for the night. Have a good one, man. Thank you for being here, Tasmadar. Hope you have a great night of rest. And of course, we will see you next time. Be good, man. Thanks for streaming. Always enjoy. Hey, man, just glad you enjoy. That's all I could ask for. Appreciate you, Tasmadar. Alright, I should probably have a transit tube go down as well. Now, where would I want this tube to drop you off at? Probably on the right side, potentially. Going through the top, though, is kind of tough. I would have to go around, which means this is in the way. I could actually get rid of this, I guess. In theory, you could expand the sour gas room by 2 rooms of tiles and put a row of metal on the bottom and path through the sulfur. That's a lot of work, but the return is worth it. Oh, you mean like this? You mean like this? Add a layer of rail like that. Because that's what I did over here. Exactly like that. I see you over there, Kit. That could be an improvement we could do, yeah. That is potentially an improvement we could do. Should we do it? I mean, I guess we can. Why not? And then let's stop the conveyor then. Well, we'll do it soon. We do need to get the layer of insulated on top first. So this is going to be cold. I should be able to get away with the math here. I don't like how my liquid lock is 1 tile lower though. It looks like it's off now. I might also want to run my radiant pipe through that as well. I think I'll keep the zigzag. I think I will keep the zigzag. I think that's smart. Oh, and I also don't do these 3. I think that's also smart. I think we do here to here. Because the idea I'm thinking is that what we could do is, since the sour gas comes in hot, I don't want that heat transferring on the metal tiles to potentially warm up the sour gas here. So I want to stop the metal from extending all the way through, I think. I think that's a good play, but I'm not actually sure if that helps. That would pull away a little bit more heat from the sulfur, which is something I do want. 167 kilograms, that's not bad. We're at 5k pressure. It's not bad, it's not bad. No natural gas yet. Okay, so I will make a natural gas line now from the bottom, because we need to move the natural gas to the base anyways, right? For the food. So we need to get that set up. Since this is going to be from here, I could use something that melts, like granite. So we are going to want to put a bridge here as well to give the left side priority. That's normally how that works. And then extra natural gas could go into here. I think we're just going to do that for now. Eventually, we're going to remove this and then just have this go through this way. And then we just need to fix this setup. So from here, we have a kind of a jank setup here. We're going to have to remove the right side because we need to use this since I'm not able to actually build further than 2 tiles away from the ladder. We're going to have to replace this. We're going to have to put a bridge here for that to work properly. And since this is not currently operable, we're just going to delete this. And then we're going to move the insulated tile here. So looking at the line, this is already there for the synthetic gas. We'll leave that there for now. We need a gas pipeline here. And we will... Hold up. Is this minus the core? It is. That's very unfortunate. Alright, we're just going to have the tile exposed. Feels bad, but it is what it is. And then... I guess we'll just run it through the tile. That's the hydrogen line. This should be fine for us to cross. And then this should be easy. And then from here, there's going to be a couple things we want to do. First things first, we need to have this bypass, right? So it's going to look like this. Alright, we're going to have this exposed on the outside. Oh, and I need to be able to reach this. Alright, so I need a ladder at the bottom, and then I need the 2 ladders here. I can't go through here, so I have to go through the top. And then I need to get to the natural gas line right there. So that is a green. That means I yield in, which shouldn't be too bad. The only thing is this hydrogen line now. It's in a weird spot as well. The oxygen line over here is in the worst spot. Should I just redo my pipelines right now to make this a little bit cleaner looking? Some of this I wish was a little bit cleaner, to be honest. But for now, we'll just live with what we got. Gotta live with the L boys. Gotta put another bridge. This has to connect. And then we have to have another bridge here. Alright. Then what we need to do here is... I need to change up a little bit of the gas storage. Because I need to hold some gas for the kitchen. And I think this is why we're going to need these right here. So the logic is going to be... Hey, grandpas! Coming in with the 33 months. I see you over there. Thank you so much. Enjoy the emotes, 20 dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. I just had a better idea. We're gonna not do any of these instead. We're gonna have a different strat. Yeah. I think this is a better idea. Yeah. L-shaped spaghetti, my greatest regret. Yes, we're still on the Baator mod. Yes. We just got our sour gas boiler half done. Still making some improvement, but it's working already. There's some things we could make better, though. And it's working, though. We have our sour gas on the top. It is liquefying into methane, and then we're going to get natural gas soon. Yeah, we just got this done. So we added a second aqua tuner. Instead of having the gas naturally float up, we have a pump instead so that we could control the pressure with a vent. And then that way we have a little bit of the temperature control inside. But yeah, we got this rolling. So now we added in a transit tube, and I have to move the sour gas out so that I could start using it. I'm running it on spaced out DLC with DLC start and story traits. So my story traits were not on the original planet. It's over here. Look at that. It's a somnium synthesizer. Hey, look at that. It's the old man that lives inside the box by the river. And I couldn't find the critter flux. It's probably on one of the other planets, but I haven't found the critter flux yet. You're running on, DLC. I don't have any DLC critters. Oh, grubs. These guys are DLC. Natural gas going anywhere else? Going to the gas range so that we can start making curry. Look at that. We have tonic roots, baby. All the curry in the world. Let's go. First time making curried beans legitimately. Gonna get the proper spicy curry. Feeding these guys and trying to get some roots harvested. Just right. Let's go. I could feed 2 delectables with this setup. Always lucky. Always lucky. Alright, so I think I messed that up slightly, but I think we're fine. So we have... Yeah, I get it, I get it. I have to do some minor changes to this. Very minor, though. And I think here is where the other minor change is going to be. Here? And then... Oh, we have to change this slightly, so this gets bots. And let me deconstruct this. Alright, so I think what I need to do is this. And then from here, we just go into the gas storage. That's already a green line, so I could just make a fork and it should be fine. And then that's a connection. And then I just need to cut this, cut that. So we always top off these reservoirs first. And then they all combine to feed out to the gas range. Yeah. And then this comes out like this. And then this is just the feed-in. So they always feed the natural gas to the range first. That way it's on priority. Yeah. I think that's going to be fine. I don't know if we'll have enough natural gas. But if it's constantly rolling, I'm imagining it should be fine. Can you harvest this shovel to get what? So many new stuff every time I play. Volpop. So this is the other evolution. So when you have shovels, this is like your normal shovel setup. The shovels, if you heat them up body temperature, you can see right here, body temperature between 60 and 100, they become a different shovel called the Delectable. The Delectable is the yellow ones we have right here. So you have the shearing station that you use typically on the Drecos. You could cut off the roots on their back of their drill. So you could see that the quill growth right now is 89%. They basically grow as long as they're eating the food at the right temperature. So right here, picky eater, just right. That's what they need to have. Once they have that, the quills start growing again. So you have to have a good temperature-controlled area, which is what we have here. And then we are having a 2-stage regolith temper machine. So we have a temperature check here. If it's too hot, it goes into here. If it's too cold, it goes into here. If it's hot, it goes into here. It cools down because there's an aqua tuner here, chilling it down. And then everything goes into here, and it heats up in the hot box. This is at 70, in that range, right? So they went 70 to 80. So right here, this is 78 degrees. I run the rail through everything, right? We do a temperature check. If it's cold, it goes through this side. If it's hot, it goes through that side. And then everything goes through here so that it heats up. And then once it heats up, you can see that it's at a nice temperature. Is a +6 food? I am not sure. +4. It's not better than the Frostburger, which is +6. Sadly, they should make this a little bit better. Because getting tonic root is an absolute pain in the ass in this game. I can't believe that's actually that hard. Not gonna lie, man. Getting tonic root is such a pain. It's a lot of work. So the quill, they're just for food. The way you plan is unmatched, bro. Stuff is hard AF. I see a fried PB&J. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I am on Baator, yo. Half the world is now full of contaminated steam. On Psycho 200, the grind. Oh, good luck, fried PB&J. The Baator mod, man, if you don't have the experience, it's really hard. There's so many ways for you to die in that modded playthrough. So good luck, man. I hope you have good RNG in your favor. Natural gas! Oh, it's too hot. This shit is at 80 degrees. That's probably because the bottom part isn't tempered yet. Right? This is hot. It's at 100 degrees. So the methane has to chill this cold enough. Oh, dude, this is so gross. My natural gas comes in at 65, and it leaves at minus 130. That's super gross, dude. I'm cooling my natural gas. That's actually gross. Oh, man. The natural gas is making this harder, dude. It is what it is. I just spent 100 cycles trying to kill a zombie spores with nuclear waste. Oof. Did you see how I did it, Kenny Dave? Did you see how I killed zombie spores? There's an easier way to kill the zombie spores. You just have to know the technique. But it is really, really slow. So what I do is, I look at the germ overlay and I see that it's here. So we know that this room is deadly. I corner build everything. So I would mine this out, deconstruct these two tiles, put a ladder here, climb down, build a tile here. After I do that, I mine these two, and then I build a tile there. And I keep doing that. Right? We keep doing that, one at a time. And then by doing that, we could go down a layer afterwards, right? By doing this. And then you basically build tiles, and you force all the zombie spores into one tile. And then when you build a tile over the last tile, it all gets deleted. That's actually how I did it over here. This area was filled with zombie spores, and the proof of it is we have the Sporkit seed right here. We just deleted everything. It was an easy time. It just took a little bit of time to micromanage, but outside of that, it was nice. Ah, snap. Alright, so we're going to be cooling down this part of the map by dropping off a little bit of methane. Look at that. It's cold and then immediately heats up. Alright, so the natural gas gets pumped out. It gets put into the storage because we have nowhere else to put it, sadly. And then we're just waiting to build the insulated pipeline. Just fill the area with doors. That also works, Kappa. Just that the doors get a little bit germy. Oh, my people are there. I didn't even know. Yeah, they're over here. I didn't even know. Alright, so we need to actually enable the building. And then we have to undock a suit. And then this guy swaps suits, so he could charge that now. We have to undock a second one, so the dupe outside could come back in. And now, they could do their job now and start taking care of the area. We don't need anything for this. Alright, so let's start getting this ready. I wanted mesh tiles for this, I believe. So this was just going to be the printing pod. I have 2 floors here. I forgot what I was going to have here. Well, either way. This is going to be my smart battery. And then we're going to need space for... Oh, hi. Is it like this? I need to build this first. So basically what I need to do is I need a sweeper here. I'd probably do I'd do an offset setup. I need a sweeper here in order to have all the coal gens be supplied. I think it's like this, and then we reach everybody. But I need to make sure. So I want to build out the mesh tiles because the tiles will block vision. And then I could put coal on one tile, and we'll be able to supply all the coal gen with the auto sweeper. Of course, we're going to need the automation as well. So this is going to be the power source of doing the reactor. Now after... Ooh, dominoes, man. You need to go inside. How much radiation sickness is that, man? 125? Okay, man. It's time to chill inside. Y'all need to stay away from the radiation. Give them a small break. I did some of that, but it decided I didn't want to destroy all the petroleum that was infected. So it didn't make sense thinking about it, but it had fun trying to manage all those fluids. Okay. Yeah, if it gets into the liquids or the other items, it becomes a problem. When it's on gases, it's less of a big deal. I feel you with that, though. Gotta do what you gotta do.